Welcome to Kyle Field in College Station, Texas. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. It's the Oklahoma Sooners and the Texas A&M Aggies. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Ollie Rowe, some interesting storylines setting up in this one.
I caught up with Oklahoma's head coach before the game. Coach said his message to the team this week is we have got to play every single game like it's a playoff game. They have done well in the conference so far, and he wants to continue that dominance, but consistency is the key. He keeps telling his team we just have to go 1-0 this week to keep that consistent approach going. Back to you.
Ollie, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. Deep in the end zone, it's Smith. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll run the screen. Open space at the 25. There he goes. He's at the 40. Down inside the 35. Stopped him at the 34, and what an electrifying play. Big plays like that makes play calling so much easier. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 34. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Wide open downfield. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers.
Big guy tries to barrel in, and he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. He'll bring it out. It's Edwards. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he's stopped at the 14. Sends it back in motion. Throwing Reed. Turns up, it's Owens. Turning it on! Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Looking to throw, it's Reed. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
And this is the kind of quarterback I want to build my offense around. I mean, guys that can scoot, extend plays. It makes the offensive line better, wide receivers better when you can do things like this and get...
And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his...
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
The coaches talked about gotta get to the quarterback, gotta ruffle his feathers a little bit. How about this first drive, man? They've already sacked him twice. This will pay dividends throughout a football game.
Going long. Makes a deep grab. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Obviously, massive play by the offense, picking up a big first down on an explosive. But, David, third down defense, it's one thing to allow a first down, but you've got to make tackles. And you can't give up.
Picked off again. He's now thrown 20 interceptions. What a momentum changer as he makes the interception and then takes the return up to the 50. The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Motion from the back. Throwing Mack. Right down the middle. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. Mack from the gun on third down. Fires to the big fella. Fourth down, and this crowd trying to help this defense rise to the occasion. Now here's Mack. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
That is a great job by this defense, coming up big on fourth down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on fourth down.
Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now softened them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
Reed. He'll get rid of it. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the number one job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. To the air, it's Mack. Turns it upfield. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few.
Yeah, the defense has to be careful with this slot receiver running these drag routes. You can't lose him. If he catches it on the other side and turns up the sideline, he can take it to the house.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Austin Mack. Look out! And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Again, it's Mack. Rushes on. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to...
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. 4th down, Austin Mack. He will be stopped short of the line to gain, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And this offense choose to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed. Now, early in the game, a chance to create momentum to swing back to the other side of the football field.
This quarterback is really struggling in this game with decisions and also accuracy. He's already been picked off multiple times, and that time, that was a bad underthrow. He's lucky that one wasn't picked up.
What a play there, and he rips up a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. The Aggies come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Well, he did a good job getting to the middle of the field. That's where the offense wanted to attack on that play. He's just got to do a better job looking that football in.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Straight ahead, it's Owens. There's some room. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. We reached the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. Let's take a look at the numbers through the 1st quarter. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the 2nd. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Quarterback will keep it. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
The best red zone offenses are the ones who can run the ball in this area, but that's a tough ask today, especially against this unit. One of the best 5 defenses in the nation stopping the run. This is a really big moment in this game.
He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Aggie. Put 6 on the board. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmakers, slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football, he'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
Coming out with it, it's Smith. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here come the Sooners, ready to go on offense. Motion from the wideout. Mack. Dumps it to the back. Reels it in. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding him. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards.
Makes the grab in their space. Oh, did you like that stiff arm? Get a face full of that as he gets it up to the 34.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Back to pass, it's Mack. Under pressure. Caught. Turns it on in midfield. Lots of running room. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
You know it's always a good idea? Getting it to your best playmaker. That's a good idea. Whether it's shallow, whether it's deep, this guy can make things happen. He's lightning in a bottle when he catches the football. And that pass, it was short, but watch him. He can make guys miss, outrun, turn those little bitty catches into big plays.
Flags flying as the pass is incomplete. Let's see what the call is. With that penalty, the offense is backed up on second down. Throwing Mack. Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be third down.
And that's one the offense just needs to be able to hit, right? That's a completion they should be able to hit in their sleep. Receivers got to do a better job.
The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on third down. Right side, it's Minchie. He'll be stopped short, and they'll force a fourth down. The Sooners want to pick up the tempo. DB's right up on the receivers. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. And the Sooners pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Fresh set of downs going up top. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And a golden opportunity slips away from the defense there. That's one he'd love to have back. He knows he should have come away with the interception there in the red zone.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Quick give. It's White. Nice move to pick up yardage. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. From the gun on third down, it's Mack. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Looking for the 2-point try. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. An 84-yard drive there, and they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Here's Reed to throw. Going over the top. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Knocked down quickly after the pick, but that offense says thank you very much, and they'll have it at the 43. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time. They had a much better field position this time around. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, the offense taking a shot after getting the takeaway. They're in what's called the fringe area. It's not quite the red zone, but it's a good spot to throw posts, to throw goes, to throw deep corner routes, smash routes. And that's exactly what they were thinking that time. Just a little bit off on the throw. Nice play by the defense, but I love the aggressive nature that time by the O.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Hits inside, it's Edwards. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play. On 4th and 7, analytics, gut feel, or maybe just wanting to keep the offense out there. They'll go for it.
If you're going to go for it on 4th down, if you decide to run the football, you got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Finds a crease, it's Owens. He locked up and held on to bring him down.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Got his man downfield. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And he avoids the sack.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
He's changing the play. Reed. They're all over him. And they got him. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play.
Well, that's their 3rd sack of the game, and we knew statistically coming into this game, this is one of the top 25 units in the nation getting after the quarterback. I just love how athletic they are up front, and they are giving this offensive line headaches and nightmares up to this point.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They are getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
Texas A&M will use its 2nd timeout. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. Man, they can barely see the 1st down marker from there, but they'll go for it on 4th. Marcel Reed to throw for it on 4th. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback not on the same page. No dice. Turnover on downs.
Austin Mack. It's dropped after taking the hit.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
2nd and long here. Moves the pocket. It's Mack. Dumps it off in the flat.
You see that?
Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. Shakes a man and he might take off. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The Sooners in the hurry-up.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look,
it's picked off, and that's number 10. Bringing it back.
Too slow, boy, you slow.
And they were most fortunate to catch up to him there. He almost turned that into a pick six.
Man, and he had a convoy, too. As soon as he had the ball, he just looked around him. There was just a lot of open grain, and he took off. Great job by his teammates on defense getting downfield.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And man, it's fun to watch a defense that really knows how to pressure the quarterback and that have guys that can win up front. That's the 4th sack of the day. We're still in the first half, but they got a bunch of guys up front that twist and stunt and move and know how to rush the passer. This offense has got to find a way to get the ball out quicker and protect better up front.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Quarterback signaling to his guys. In the gun, 3rd down, Reed. Bought a little time, lets it go. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And you want consistency from your quarterback, man. You don't want the up and down. You don't want the roller coaster. And last week, man, you had the highs of highs, and now this week, just off. He's all over the place. He's not completing the ball at a high percentage, and you just want to find some middle ground and some consistency so this offense can find out exactly who they are and build it consistently.
On the return, it's Smith. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Mack. Rush right in his face. Quickly out to the tight end. They stop him just a length or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Fellas, welcome into the Week 13 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. So many seasons on the line. We start with a look at Rutgers, taking on the number 20 team, the Maryland Terrapins.
Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return.
And it's the Scarlet Knights, able to pull off the upset in this one, but by the narrowest of margins. That victory closes the book on a 4-8 regular season, disappointing by any team's standards. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great way to run.
Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Offense getting set for 1st down. Throwing Reed. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. They'd love nothing more than to take advantage of that early 2nd half turnover and cash in and tack a little bit more onto this lead. Out wide left, it's Edwards. On the move at the 30. He's loose. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
Like, what a
Man, is it nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, short pass, but he has such speed, elusiveness, vision, the whole nine. He shows you all of it right there. Catches the football, makes some people miss, gets upfield, and gets the long game. That is so nice for a quarterback to throw it short, but you get all the...
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And you try to catch him off balance, maybe on first down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass, defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to get ready to execute in the red zone.
He's got it. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
Mack from the gun on 3rd down. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown Sooners. The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6. Here comes the 2-point try. Throwing Mack. He's got it. 2-point try is good as they build on this lead.
And it's more common to throw for the 2-point conversion than it is to run anymore. So you practice these a lot. You could tell. Nice timing, nice rhythm, in sync, nice 2-point conversion.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Edwards. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
This has been a rough night for this offensive line. Man, they have not protected their quarterback. Everything starts with the big guys up front. That's their 5th sack given up of the game.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Grabs it inside the 15. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Reed. Touchdown Aggies! And they take it in for 6 more points. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Smith. And the returner will be dragged down. Austin Mack. He'll pull it down. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
And, man, I love his courage to run the football. And I think it's necessary for the team. Sometimes you got to do that. But, man, see the surroundings, right? Like, knowing guys are around you. He gets hit late at the end of that play, and he got decked. You do.
Intercepted for the 11th time this season. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Back to throw, it's Reed. Rolls right. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks. That's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response. Just a sack party.
Here's Reed to throw. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
And that's frustrating for an offense, man, because you got great field position set up. You want to be aggressive. You want to take advantage of it. But in order to do that, the offensive line has to do their job. You've got to give your QB time. They don't do it. And back-to-back plays, they're going the completely wrong direction.
And really nothing else the quarterback could have done there. He wanted to throw the ball further downfield, obviously, to move the sticks, but the defense just took everything away. So he had to check it down, and the defense was able to rally, now setting up 4th.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Reed to throw for it on 4th. Gets drilled as he throws. The big pressure on 4th down, and they'll get it back.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Handoff to the single back. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll run him again. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the 1st down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the 3rd. Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Mack. Lucky to get it off.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Running inside, it's Edwards. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on 3rd down. He's got the back in the middle. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. The Sooners look to keep this drive humming. Leaves it with the back. Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And the Sooners go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Simmons. Here comes the heat. Right through his hands, incomplete. I think he knew he had a chance for a big play, but it'll be second down.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Completed pass, he goes nowhere. In fact, they lose yardage. And he goes down right there. That play's going to lose yardage.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long coming up. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. No good. Missed an opportunity for a little cushion. The lead is still 5.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but they left some points off the scoreboard there.
Cuts it upfield. It's Owens. Powers through the defender. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D-linemen and linebackers getting all the play.
And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
This is just so demoralizing. You want to talk about taking a game over. That's what this defense is doing right now. They are just winning in the trenches. They're easily the more athletic and more physical unit up front, dominating this O-line.
Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Reed. Had to force that one.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
It's a 1-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. 4th down, Reed. Oh, pressure's coming. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And some people won't like that, but I like aggressiveness, and that's who they are as an offense, so it's okay to be aggressive. But I know one thing now. After that 4th down stop and you're trailing, I'm going to need my defense to be aggressive. It's going to be a big possession right here in the 4th quarter to get me the football back.
Extending the play. Fires to the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. Goes out of bounds, but they'll be set up with a 1st and goal.
And what a big conversion by the offense there. With the lead late, you're just trying to stay on the field and bleed the clock. At this point, it's tick, 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 tick. Let's run this clock down as low as we can before we snap it.
The Sooners will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll move the wide receiver. Throwing Simmons. Keeping his eyes downfield. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The lead keeps growing, and so do the accomplishments. Moments away from a perfect regular season at 12-0. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Looking to pass. It's Simmons. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. This drive will open from the 15. Throwing Reed. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Inside 2 minutes to play, defense still has a couple of timeouts, but 1 first down will probably salt this game away. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. He's got it. They will score. Touchdown, Oklahoma. That might be the proverbial 4th quarter dagger as they try to finish off their 12th straight win.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out. Just continuing.
Looking, trying to escape, cannot. The sack thwarts the 2-point try. On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Reed unloads to the wideout. And he throws another interception. Touchdown Sooners! A pick 6! They've built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory. They'll line up to go for 2. To the air, it's Simmons. Look out! And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Well, there was a golden opportunity for the offense to come away with 2 points there, but he dropped it in the end zone. That's a catch you have to make.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David, but I'll say this. If you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
Fires to the wideout. He's open on the right. Off and running. Past the 20. Touchdown, Aggies. Once he got some room, it was over.
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass play. Great route by the receiver. Good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the jets, and is gone.
And he tacks on the extra point. At At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
And listen, it's getting late in the game. It's in the fourth quarter, and they got to make something happen when you're down by this much. But tell you what, this onside kick went like the defense and the offense is gone for this day. It's just underwhelming, not successful, just been a bad day.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
It's a seam wide open. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And the route is on. They've stretched out this lead, and they're starting to smell their 11th win of the year.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Here's Reed to throw. He wants a big play here late. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside. Deep shot for the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Wants to throw. It's Simmons. Going to take a shot at this DB. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he runs out of bounds with the interception, and that is how we'll finish off the